in today's video, I'm going to share with you why you should have the New Balance 990 V3 in your collection. In case you're new to the channel, my name is Oliver. I love talking about sneakers and sharing my insights on sneaker reviews, as well as going into the design and the historical aspects of sneakers. So if you like that type of content, feel free to subscribe. So this is the New Balance 990 V3 in the white Castle Rock colorway. This is like that classic gray that New Balance is known for. And it's actually one of the most storied shoes in New Balance's collection. So the initial 990, dubbed the V1, came out in 1982. It was the first sneaker to ever retail for $100. I think New Balance set that price point to really emphasize these qualities. Number one, the comfort of the sneaker. Number two, the quality and the craftsmanship. And number three, the fact that the sneaker was made in the USA. So jumping forward now from 1982 to 2012, the New Balance 990 V3 I think really embodies all of those characteristics that the initial V1 had. So before we dive into the technical specs of the sneaker, I'm going to share with you why you should have a pair in your collection. So the first aspect of this shoe that I really appreciate is definitely the versatility of the sneaker. It just pairs well with almost any outfit that you wear, and I think you'd be really hard pressed to find an outfit that doesn't work with this particular sneaker. Rather than you having to build your outfit around the sneaker, this sneaker just works with you to make any outfit look really good. So if you look at the shoe itself, it's predominantly a gray upper with white lacing, and you can't really like mess it up, honestly. Like I feel like the only way you can mess it up is if you dress up as like maybe Elmo or something, but maybe Elmo would look pretty fresh with these too. You never know. So for me personally, I find myself like just picking these up no matter where I go. It's kind of crazy because I do have a lot of shoes in my collection, but I tend to gravitate more towards this one because it just works with everything I wear. So actually that leads me to my second reason, and that is the comfort of this particular shoe. I can find myself wearing these for hours on end and I have no pain in my feet whatsoever. Now, I'm not some type of foot doctor or anything, but I think that there is something unique about the cushioning here that really promotes like a very firm but soft ride at the same time. So it's not like, you know, rock hard like a dress shoe. It's also not as ultra comfy as like a Ultra Boost, for instance, but it's that nice stable mix of the two, which lend itself to be a very comfortable yet like sturdy and supportive sneaker that you can have pretty much for all day wear. So if you're someone that's on your feet all the time, I would highly recommend you pick this shoe up. So last but definitely not least, the materials on this sneaker greatly outclass almost any general release sneaker that you could find. So the rich pigskin suede on this sneaker is something to behold. I think it's some of the best feeling material that you can find on a sneaker. If you compare this to any Jordan 1, you'll definitely see a difference and you'll notice it for the rest of your sneaker collecting days. So based on the materials, I would highly recommend this sneaker. So with all those positive things, what could possibly be wrong with this sneaker? So number one, this is purely just a aesthetic standpoint, but some people just don't like the look of this shoe, which I totally understand. It is that traditional dad style sneaker that people just, you know, don't gravitate towards as much as like a Jordan 1. And I can see that, you know, some people just don't dig that too much. I think lastly, the price of the sneaker is also pretty steep. The retail price is $185, and for some people that just might be way outside their budget. So the way I view it too is like this: if you really do care about like quality and craftsmanship and the materials of the sneaker, but you don't want to pay $185, you could go for like a New Balance 2002 R. Those are not made in the USA, but the quality is still really good and the comfort is great, and they're a little bit cheaper at like $140. So it's a lot better of a deal. And actually sometimes you can find them on sale on Finish Line for like $110 or even $90 sometimes. If you keep your eyes open, you might be able to find a pair of those instead. Now, if you can afford this sneaker and you really do care about comfort and quality, then I highly recommend this shoe for you. It's just a great shoe to have in your collection. It's extremely versatile. So moving to the sneaker itself, if we look at the shoe, we have an upper that consists primarily of this rich pigskin suede, as well as these underlays of mesh paneling. I think the mesh paneling has really reinforced the fact that this is a running shoe, and it provides really decent breathability as well as some visibility too. If you look at the shoe itself, you can see that the mesh kind of shines in a different texture and a different pattern. So it's very visible, very, you know, very safe for nighttime running if you're into that kind of thing. Essentially, if you look along the lateral side of the sneaker, we have all those mesh panels I told you about, as well as the pigskin suede. We have the classic N logo as well, done in this silver 3M finish. So moving to the toe, we have this mesh toe box. And then along that mesh toe box, we have this paneling of this dark perforated gray leather. I think it really gives it a good contrast while also maintaining that gray aesthetic. Now moving to the medial side, we have essentially pretty much the same mirror image of the lateral side. If we look at the heel, the color is more uniform versus on the heel on the lateral side, it actually shows that end cap logo here. So moving to the heel, what we have on the heel tab itself is the Made in USA branding. We have these perforations done here to emphasize the ventilation. Moving to the center, we have this red NB logo as well, and it really gives it a nice little pop of color when you're looking at it from the back. And then only on the lateral side do we see this 990 branding done as well. So moving past the toe and into the tongue, we see that there are white laces, of course, and then the tongue itself consists of pretty much 3/4 worth of mesh to enhance that breathability. In this top quarter of the tongue, we have this New Balance branding and Made in USA done in red, and then underneath that is this darker gray type of nylon material. So moving into the insole, this is your standard ortholite insole. It provides pretty decent support and stability, but I want to say that most of the cushioning is actually done in the shoe itself. So now that we've gone over the uppers, let's go into the outsole. The outsole consists of primarily a dark black rubber, and then we have this hits of dark gray here as well. So one of the distinguishing features of this 990 V3 is actually the carbon fiber shin plate done here in the arch. This really provides that stability and that support throughout from the heel to the toe transition. And then done here on the heel, we have the New Balance branding here as well. So for this shoe in particular, I wear a size 10.5. I'm typically a 10.5 with a double E, and with most Nikes I have to actually size up to a size 11. But what I realized that with New Balance, they actually fit a little bit bigger, especially the Made in USA line. So I actually stuck true to size in this one if they fit perfectly for me. So if you have regular or like slightly narrow feet, I think you can get away with going a half size down from your regular size. So I really like this shoe in particular. I want to say I like it so much that I've bought like multiple pairs of this shoe. I have like the Kith collaboration down in the shelf next to me. I also have the JJJound New Balance 990 V3 in the olive colorway too. And I'm about to get the Teddy Santis 990 V3s in pretty soon. So really excited to share my repertoire, my collection of these. So if you want to see that type of video, feel free to leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Well, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support on my videos so far. The channel has recently reached past 100 subscribers. And you know, when I first started this whole YouTube thing, that was really crazy to think about. But now that we're here, I kind of want to keep going and see what else can be done. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you like the video, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.